Okay, I'm swerving when I pull up, ayy. Irvin, how I pull up, ayy. One day see me stage diving, hands in the air like a hold up. Ayy, yeah. Foot up on the gas, pedal to the metal, yeah, I like to drive it fast. They once hit me up like, call me when you coming back, yeah, yeah. You might catch me in the summertime shot, cruising down LSD, yeah, love how it ride. I'ma be the man when I come around here, ayy. Swerving, 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 swerving. Swerving, 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 swerving. Swerving, 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 swerving.
Riding their longest winning streak since 1995, the Northwestern Wildcats are 1-0 in 2018. And for a fourth consecutive season, the team squares off against a familiar non-conference opponent, the visiting Duke Blue Devils.
I want to see the line of scrimmage moving like so. I want to see us hit that quarterback as many times as we can. Okay, you understand where I'm coming from? Hit him as many times as we can. All right? Let's go. Gas, you got it.
Let's go, boys. Hey, yeah, boys. Let's go. Hey, you guys want to earn respect, go out every single play. Hit him in the mouth. Let's go dominate. Let's go. Dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Duke won the toss and deferred, and two resurgent programs over the past decade battle once again here in Evanston.
The Wildcats were clicking early with the sophomore running back igniting the offense.
Third down on the run. Larkin into space. Jeremy Larkin inside the 5 and a first and goal. Northwestern gain of 40.
Gets it, Larkin straight ahead to the end zone. Touchdown.
Once again, reps at quarterback were shared by T.J. Green and Clayton Thorson. Defense braced for an aggressive second quarter by Duke.
All right, fourth down, Duke. They're going for it. 4th and 3 at the Northwestern 32-yard line. Big play here. Snap to Jones. Wants to throw. Winds up throwing the far side. Broken up. Montre Hardage. And the Wildcats turn away the Blue Devils with 10:52 to go into the half.
Duke missed its opportunity early, but wouldn't miss during the rest of the half, scoring 3 unanswered touchdowns.
Jones over the middle, touchdown Duke. Touchdown. TJ ramming for a 9-yard score.
Jones' pass is complete to TJ. Hey, gotta hit the reset button now. Obviously, we started the way we wanted to, but didn't respond. Gotta take care of the ball, all right? You guys are coming out second. We got bomb squad right now. Yep. Defense has got to get the stop.
Let's go, dude.
One series at a time. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Led by last year's Big Ten sacks leader, the Northwestern defense kept Duke scoreless the remainder of the afternoon.
And Harris play fake, hit from behind, down he goes. Second sack of the day for Joe Gaziano.
Senior Flynn Nagel's career day kept the Wildcats in the game.
Deep ball down the middle. This is caught. First down and then some. Flynn Nagel.
But in the end, the win remained just out of reach.
From a standpoint of the response by our defense in the second half, I thought they went out and obviously responded very well. So a lot of work to do, very disappointed. A lot of season ahead of us, and I know the character of the group in that locker room. I expect that they'll respond, and that's what I talked to them about after the game, is I expect them to respond and do the things that winners do, and that's come back to work on Monday, get ready to get coached, get ready to get these things fixed, and get ready to get back at it next Saturday.
Stay together on this. Hey, DB, pride on 3, 1, 2, 3. DB, pride.
During the off-season, the Wildcats traveled north to Wisconsin's Camp Kesem for a very special day.
I'm down for the cooking. Yeah, y'all gotta show me how to make these things. These things look really good.
Jelly? Okay, I want you to take this one over there and get some jelly and then come back over.
All right. Some sandwiches. Yeah, no problem. You play football?
No, I play basketball.
Basketball, you a hooper? I hear that.
It's so neat to have the camp counselors that are Northwestern students, and to find out that, quite frankly, all the camp counselors throughout the country are students, and it's student-run organizations. We felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to partner up as a program.
I was doing what I love,
Bye,
on top
buddy.
of my game,
Hope you find your dad.
but the brain tumor rocked my world, and I was hardly me at that. And I found
Do unicorns make normal sounds like horses, or is
medicine is on a never-ending pursuit
more,
of excellence.
no, more mystical?
Anchored by the highest-ranked neurology and neurosurgery program in Illinois for 11
Very
straight
good.
years.
I feel like it
Because
probably
what
sounds like Beyonce.
Well, in a broad sense, Camp Kesem is a great opportunity for young men and women that have been unfortunately affected by cancer, by losing a family member, especially a parent. And to be able to give back is what our program is all about, and to be able to put some smiles, hopefully, on some faces through some tough times, and then share maybe some experiences that some of our players have had, and that I've had personally. So we're honored to be here. We're excited to be here, and it looks like the guys are having a lot of fun.
High, low, killing it. Oh, all day with it, Patty. All day, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. The sun illuminate the world.
All right, so we need one line over here. Let's see if I can play quarterback. That's it. It's a hike. There you go. Spike it. There we go.
Camp Kesem was by far, hands down, the most fun I had all summer. That was the most special part, just seeing everyone there having fun, not worrying about, not thinking about what had happened in their past, putting everything aside and just having fun and just kind of letting that out the picture,
The bond of losing a family member to cancer is one that linebacker Patty Fisher shares with these young campers after losing his father, Stephen, who passed away in 2010.
Haven't been able to see him after a game since I was in 5th grade. I didn't get to see him all throughout middle school, all throughout high school, all throughout college, so it's tough, but I'm happy in my heart that he's watching up in heaven, and I believe that. And it's tough, back in high school, we'd all come out of the field house after the games, and everybody would get a warm welcome from their moms and their dads, and I get to see my mom, but just missing your dad, that's someone who's brought you up in this world. It's tough, it was the hardest years of my life having to go through that, and then the after effect, not having our Sunday family dinners and at the dinner table, and Christmas together and Thanksgiving together and all that, and just to be there for those kids and at least try to help with them, let them vent to me or tell them that they're not the only one, look at me like I'm just like you, just a regular human being, but we're different because we've gone through things that other people haven't. And we've overcome these things, and so just to be an inspiration and a role model in that aspect that's what makes me happy. You know, that's what I think I'm on this earth for, is, you know, more than just football, but just to be inspiration outside of that and show that if I can do it, you can do it, you know.
It was Fisher's father who was the inspiration for his journey to the game while growing up in the heart of football country.
He had the biggest influence because he'd drive up and down Highway 90, right where Katy High School was, right by the tracks. And he'd tell my mom every day, you know, this is where I want my boys to go play. I don't take any of this for granted. It's tough to, you know, because I never know when my last day will be. I never know if this is a genetic thing that I may have one day. And, you know, I'm gonna miss these days if I sit here and complain and you know, not want to be out here with my brothers playing ball. You know, so a lot of them is with me, if not every single ounce of them is.
Fisher's impact on the Northwestern defense has been evident, and in just his sophomore season, he was elected a team captain.
I was speechless when Fitz told me. You know, I didn't really know how to react. You know, I know in my heart I'm a leader, and I knew the guys could count on me. But just to see that come into fruition is, you know, it's really special.
The natural-born leader he is, both on and off the football field, is special. And it was a testament, him being voted a captain as a sophomore with 3 years of playing ahead of him. You know, it's a testament to the natural leader he is.
You know, I was at a very young age and kind of thrown this curveball, right, that I was ducking in the batter's box, right? I didn't really know how to hit it until the day where I had to mature and man up, and then had to use all that as fuel to my fire, you know, to keep me going and push me through life. You know, I think that has almost 100% of his past experience of why I push myself so hard and why I continue to fight and to never give up.
You guys can sit at the table, guys.
Yeah, we're just moving on.
In those two seats there?
Hi, everyone. Sure. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you? I'm Lisa.
Jordan, nice to meet you.
What's up, man? Dan.
Nice to meet you, Jordan.
On Fridays, select players and staff meet with the television broadcast crew to discuss the upcoming game. This week, it's seniors Flynn Nagel and Jordan Thompson.
You know, there's a lot of guys on defense that if they don't talk, you know, they're talking by their actions. And those guys, you know, they'll step up to the challenge and they'll do what needs to be done. Which is a good dynamic.
On the call this week are former Wildcats Lisa Byington and Dan Persa, who preps for the game by picking the brain of his former offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, Mick McCall.
Look, we've all been there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out of control. But
I
what
think,
are you guys doing to
I think the biggest thing is it's a process. Clayton getting healthy is a process. TJ getting better as a quarterback is a process. And I think sometimes everybody just wants to snap your fingers and he's the guy, you know, and it doesn't happen like that. And I think that's just our society, period, is like that. Everything's got, you know, and it doesn't. You got to go through some things and learn a little bit. You got to learn a little bit quicker. That would be good, but it is a process. You know, we're challenging each and every one of them to be able to do that.
Right, but as coaches, you can only do so much. You're not in the locker room. You're not Clayton.
No, I'm not on the field.
Right, you're not in the field.
We're not. All those, you know how it is. Yeah. The guys inside the locker room, somebody has to step up to a standard, and you go.
Who are the guys on offense that?
You get one of these a week, and you get 12 guaranteed. This is one of our guaranteed games tonight. Flush last week, didn't happen. We're done. It's over. But you got a chance tonight to go out and avenge that. Yeah. You got a chance to go punch somebody in the mouth and do something about that. Let's go. You can do it tonight. We can go out there and make this our best game of the year today. Come on. We can go out every day and attack. Let's go. We can attack them and attack them and attack them. Let's go.
The Wildcats came out on the attack with McCall call relying on his offensive line and calling the number of Jeremy Larkin to carry the first half workload.
They didn't want me to win. They didn't want me to
Larkin taking the handoff. He's got himself a first down.
They really want
Great run there by Larkin, like you said. He's under center, heavy package, Northwestern trying to
Larkin running left. Gets a block, cuts it up across the 45 to the 50.
Thorson to Larkin. Bounces off a tackle. Jeremy Larkin is in. A Northwestern touchdown.
And that's the way Northwestern punched it in. Jeremy Larkin keeping his feet, showing great balance. The offensive line doing a great job as well.
Northwestern's defense kept Akron out of the end zone in the early going, giving senior Clayton Thorson plenty of opportunities in his 42nd consecutive start.
Thorson rolling out this time. Deep throw and a wide open receiver finds his man. Pass connects. Kyrick McGowan for the big gainer. Thorson again, very systematic. One more time, Skoranek. They're going to say he got a foot down inbounds.
Larkin will take it right. Larkin inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown. Second touchdown tonight for Jeremy Larkin.
Hey, great check. Great check. Great check. Hey, anything.
And while Thorson is making the right checks, you can add another check to his Northwestern resume.
Now he fires downfield, caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cameron Green. A yard deep in the end zone. Beautiful throw from Clayton Thorson. His 45th touchdown pass. That is a new Northwestern Wildcat record, and the Cats lead it 20-3.
The Wildcats push their lead to 3 scores by the half.
This Northwestern defense has Akron on its heels right now and has really been playing very, very well since halftime of last week.
Akron, however, would start pushing back. For Pat Fitzgerald's offense, the attack was now coming from the air and a record number of attempts from his quarterback.
Thorson to the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. Cameron Green, number 2.
Undaunted, Akron began its comeback.
As Nelson floats it up. Touchdown, Akron. Maverick Wolfe.
And after consecutive turnovers, the Wildcats found themselves down for the first time in the game. As the deficit grew to a pair of scores and time running out, Northwestern was faced with a critical 4th down.
Thorson in trouble. In the chase. Throws it to the back of the end zone. Pass complete, touchdown! What a play!
Skoranek's touchdown catch extended a glimmer of hope for Northwestern and set the stage for a Hail Mary shot in the final play of the game.
And it is broken up, incomplete. The Akron Zips have come into Ryan Field and knocked off the Northwestern Wildcats.
We got a damn good football team. Yeah, we dug ourselves a hole. We put ourselves in a difficult situation. But the character that's been shown in this group in the past has been when we get backed into a corner, we come out fighting. Okay? We come out fighting. We don't feel sorry for ourselves. We don't point fingers. We all take individual responsibility, and we work our tails off to get it fixed. Because we put ourselves into this situation, guess who can get us out of it? We can. We can. We can. But the number one thing you got to do is you got to stick together. Okay? When everybody else starts to jump off, that's when a band of brothers really has to show up. In times of triumph, it's easy. In times of adversity is when your true character shows up. When a character in this room shows up. And obviously we didn't get the outcome we wanted tonight, but we can fix it. But we have to believe, number one, in ourselves individually and trust ourselves, and 2, collectively, that we can get it done. We had a lot of guys make some big-time plays tonight. And I'm sorry that your effort went in for naught. But lift those guys up, congratulate them. Congratulate, obviously, the effort they made, because they made a bunch of big plays that obviously swung momentum in the second half. Because we had a great start to the game, didn't we? Came out, did the things we wanted to do. Maybe didn't finish, but you got to tip your hat in the second half. They got after us. But we fought back, and we got a shot to win the game at the end. And we were one play away. That showed great resolve. So yeah, this hurts. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, guys, and it should. But the answer is in this room. You guys believe me? All right, then let's fix it, okay?